You are watching Radio Rakim's Artist Access.
Access granted.
Welcome back to another episode of the Artist Access. I am Siraj Rich God. I'm Pooh Akhenaten Hotep. And I am here with a young upcoming entrepreneur who goes by the name of Anthony. How you doing, big brother?
Hi, I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being a part of the show, man.
Very excited to be here.
Yeah, I've been waiting to do this interview for quite a time now, man.
Same.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about your business. It's called Mainframe
Photographs.
Mainframe Photographs, right?
Yes.
So I want you to take us back to the whole concept of how did you come up with the name? How did you even get the idea to even start on this journey of being a cinema photographer, right?
A cinematographer, yes.
Yes.
That's definitely a part of what I do. To really encapsulate, we can go back. Mainframe is about helping people tell their stories through a visual medium, creative storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
And it started for me, I want to say before 2020, which is the year of, I guess, a lot of stuff happened. But within that time frame, I was able to really dive into the basics of understanding what it was like to put videos together and tell engaging stories.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what did this whole inspiration come from? Like, what made you? Did you watch other people do it first and kind of got inspired by that?
Well, the inspiration mostly came from, I guess, what other people around me were going through.
Yeah.
Some artists, they create to reflect, I guess, what's happening in the world, and other artists, they create to escape. And I wanted to kind of do a bit of a medium.
Okay.
And so it mostly just stemmed from me seeing what other people are going through and thinking, how can I help them and, represent them and help them feel represented so that they can see themselves visually on screen in a way that they feel comfortable with.
Right. Okay.
Even telling the hard stories, which are sometimes the most
yeah.
important ones to tell.
Right. Now I seen some of your work. I saw one. I think it was like a short film. I saw a clip of it. I think it took place. Y'all shot it at a school or something like that.
Yes. So
yeah, talk about that. That was for a project you did at school or something. What was that about?
Well, yes, that was a collaboration I did with a club that was at my school at the time, which is where I was studying most of my cinematography and where I did a lot of PSAs, my first music videos, that type of thing there.
Okay.
So that video, the short film you're referring to, was a project that was inspired by a mental health club, a mental health awareness club that we had going on at the school. At the time, it was a fairly new club. Nobody was really into it. So I partnered with them and was able to make some content that was able to bring fresh new eyes into it and get people into the perspective of taking their mental health journey seriously.
Yeah. And you started doing music videos over there as well.
Yes, we were taught how to film multiple things. We did man on the street interviews. I had the opportunity to interview some Emmy winners for some documentaries that were going around, some nature documentaries. And that's really where all my production or my love for production really started in that class.
Yeah.
With those videos.
That's what's up, man. And I seen some of your music videos too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That has been a very important focus for me to pivot into. Yeah.
And you do all your editing work yourself?
I do.
Yeah.
All of my edits. I've been video editing for a long time, just to understand the basics, to get myself comfortable on camera. And so to see the whole process and from the recording to the filming of it and then the editing, it's all just one cohesive thing. And the editing is probably my favorite part.
Right. Okay. So do you think you ever step out and create your own movie? You know what I'm talking about? Like, not for hire, but as far as just putting together your own project and casting people and...
I've definitely thought about having a directorial debut, is what that would be called, if I were, to produce this whole thing, this whole film myself and, write my name on it and things like that.
Right.
Yes, I've definitely, we've had conversations. Those conversations have been in the works for about a year now. And we're looking forward to
Right.
finding some important stories that are out there,
Right.
hopefully some scripts that are already written and
Right.
well written. But script writing is also a part of what I do too. So
Right. Okay.
hopefully we'll be able to tell some of those original stories in the future.
Yeah. Well, I definitely have a film. I'll be reaching out for you to film. You know, feel me?
Okay,
So
definitely.
we're gonna definitely get that one started. Y'all be looking out for. I got a film called Wheels of Light, right?
Mhm.
And it's about the chakras, right?
Mm.
And how they play a part in our everyday life and whatnot.
I love that.
So yeah,
Mhm.
that's gonna be my baby.
That's
So
gonna
when
be
we
a
shoot
great
that one, we
project.
gotta put everything we got into this one here. You feel me?
I got you.
Yeah.
Yes, some creative ideas are already flowing. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
how immediate it is.
Oh,
Once,
yeah.
like immediately when you said that, I just
Right.
thought about like how some days we wake up, certain things are blocked for us.
Yeah.
Like certain days for me, it's my creativity that it's blocked, or
Mhm.
certain days it's my root chakra, and I don't feel comfortable getting up and moving around.
Right. Right.
So I think that chakra project will help a lot of people
yeah.
out there.
Yeah, because people don't be knowing that the emotional state of themselves is dealing with those energy centers, and some people ain't never heard of the word chakra, right?
And then a lot of people, they just assume it's I guess, something bigger than them that they can't fully fathom. But it's really simple.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
That's why I got into film work, right? I wanted to tell stories and make films about things that we don't see too much about, you know?
Mhm.
I wanted to kind of teach through my films, right?
Yes.
Enlighten people.
That is always the ultimate
Yeah.
goal at the end of the day.
Mhm.
Of course, just getting people to sit down and watch your films, but also seeing what they take from that film and something that they can add to their own lives or see themselves in, and
Mhm.
follow, whether it's like a step by step, like here's how to do this, or just seeing on screen, this is how this can translate to you and affect your individual life and change maybe how you move in the world from first watching it. That's always a really important goal.
Yeah, yeah. And you got a whole team. You kind of work with the whole family. The whole family support each other.
Yes,
Your sister comes out and
absolutely.
she got to roll into the business. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, so my sister, she has her own business, and she is a wonderful assistant when she comes in to help.
Mhm.
And with my films and with other projects that I have,
Mhm.
certain clients, they only want me and her together, and
Right.
I'm more than happy with that. And then there's also been times when my little brother has assisted me on some photo shoots that I've done for fashion, and that's been really fun for him to see how I work behind the scenes and how he can too, get some experience that way. Yes, it's really family oriented.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
that's what's up. And you have your own website so people can get at you via the website.
I do.
You want to give them that information?
Yes, of course. So to find me on social media, we'll provide my links first. I think my website link is the longest one.
Yeah, go ahead. Give them all of that.
Okay, so my website link. To access my website link, you can find me on social media, all social media platforms at Mainframe Photographs. It's all together, no spaces. MAINFRAMEPHOTOGRAPHS on all social media, and click the link in my bio and it'll take you directly to my website where you can learn more about me and more about my creative process and more about my business.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up, brother.
Thank you.
So for other upcoming photographers, cinematographers,
Mhm.
what kind of advice would you give anybody that's trying to step out and be creative behind the camera?
Biggest advice I can give you is to lean into that creativity, whatever it is that makes you stand out, whatever makes your visual craft special, lean into it. If you don't know what that is, I say go to the basics, study what it means to put together a film, what it takes for a film to translate well to audiences. And I also want to let you know that it's really important to find your audience.
Mm.
Sometimes we create not really knowing who we're creating for. And a lot of times we create for ourselves, and that's a great place to start. But if you want more people to start looking at it, I say find an audience and stick with that audience, and they'll stick with you.
Okay. What's your whole creative process? Like when you get a project, say for a music video,
Mm-hmm.
how would you go about coming up with the scene and everything?
Yes, so that's one of my favorite things. My creative process is very one-on-one with the artist. It depends on the client that I'm connecting with.
Mhm.
I like to really sit down and understand their vision And through that conversation and those creative juices, they start flowing, and then we're able to come to a mutual understanding of what's expected from the project. And I like to capture a lot more candid moments while also keeping it cinematic. So it's very true to the moment, but also enhanced to, blend everything together in a nice cinematic, packageable format.
Yeah. So this is top of the year, new year, man. What can we expect from Mainframe?
Expect Mainframe everywhere. We've been doing some music videos. We have been working on some undisclosed movie projects, but movie projects nonetheless.
Yeah.
And we also have some photo shoots coming up that are really great photo shoots.
Yeah.
Photos I've been sitting on for a minute now, and I think my main focus right now is just updating my website. I've had quite a long year and not a lot of time to go back behind the scenes and work on the technical aspects of, updating everything, making sure all my visual mediums are out there laid out.
Right. Okay. Well, man, it was a pleasure having this good conversation with you, man. So y'all make sure y'all follow Mainframes. What's the Mainframe? What?
Mainframe Photographs.
Mainframe Photographs.
Yes. Check
out the website. The young brother is very talented. He got a lot of big stuff coming out for 225. So y'all look, this is Artist Access, and your access has now been granted.
Yay.
Jay? Hey man, you okay? What's going on, man? What you doing out here? There's a normal people sitting out here, man. You okay? Anything is there anything I can do to help?
No, no one can help. To be honest, everything would be better if I wasn't here.
Welcome back to the Artist Access. We are here again on our second show of this beautiful new year. We got entrepreneurs on this episode today, you heard me? And I'm here with another young business owner, and she goes by the name of Aaliyah. Miss Aaliyah, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
I'm great. And she has a business called Desired Charms, right?
Desired and Charm.
Desired and Charms.
Yes.
How did you come up with that name, Desired and Charms?
Well, I wanted to think of something that describes me and describe kind of what motivates me, what I want to give to the people. And I really thrive off of doing what I want to do and looking a certain way and being charismatic, being charming. And I just felt like those two words not only capture what I want to do, but also what I want the people to have. I believe in having a little spice in your life, a little elegance, and I believe that Desired and Charm does that. So I like the name. I felt like it fit with my goals, and I really like the words Desired and Charm. I feel like
it's catchy, very catchy, very catchy. And you're young, you're very young to have your own business, right? I'm proud of you for that. Like, so what, at a young age, what inspired you to even want to take that route so young?
Well, I've always been labeled a genius, a boss, all of these things by people when I was really young, and I really didn't understand exactly what they were saying. But as I got older and I became very independent minded, it was just very easy for me to look and know that I would never have to work under people. It was never going to work, because it's not that I have a problem with authority. I just already have my own things that I want to do, my own mind, and I don't like people telling me what to do. So growing up as a young child and being able to articulate what I'm saying in my own thoughts, it just made it very obvious and clear that I was going to be a boss, going to work for myself, going to have my own. So it followed me before I even knew what it all meant. But once I understood what it meant, I had to do it, had to go for it.
Great answer. So, like, how do you deal as being a young entrepreneur? How do you deal with the pressure in that? Like, some days, the fears of being a business owner, and sometimes the doubts that might creep in your mind about standing on your own too, and not having an employer to rely on and whatnot. How do you handle that in that mental space on the everyday?
The easiest thing for me to always lean on is my independence, but I get my independence through my family. They've always been supportive of me being myself and doing what I do. And it's my authenticity. It's very authentic for me to do what I do, even when it gets hard or when it gets tough, because I don't know anything else. I couldn't see myself thriving in any other place. So, heavy is the head that wears the crown. And when you know exactly what you do, you know what type of pressure comes with that. And I take it to the chin, honestly. I really just learned to take it to the chin, because I'm not going to not live with the pressure. I love the pressure because it comes with my passion. It comes with what I do.
Yeah. She done studied for this test, y'all. Who you been interviewing with, huh? You giving some great answers.
I talk to myself out loud because I'm a young woman, and it's just important for me to be able to speak up for myself and say exactly what I mean, exactly how I feel. So it's life that's preparing me for these questions and having this conversation.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Now, when I met you, you was helping out on a music video shoot, right?
Yes.
So, like with your brother, like what role would you play in assisting in the music video shoot or photography shoot?
So when I'm assisting for videos or any of the events that we do, I'm mainly over wardrobe and equipment, just making sure that everyone kind of has what they need, making sure that everyone feels comfortable on camera, making sure that they look great on camera, because that's very important for the mainframe business. You have to look great on camera. We want you to look your best. And being that I have Desired and Charm, that really just helps me put my passion into play, because I love to see people happy. I love to see people look their most beautiful. So I really get to add that into another business, which is very fun. And making sure that Mainframes has the assistance that it needs, make sure that everything is flowing. So I'm kind of like the bridge for Mainframes and the clients and things like that when it's necessary for me to be.
Right. I love it because when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good.
Yes, especially on that camera. That's all we want you to do is look good, feel good, and do great on the camera with us.
Yeah. And so your business, you also you have a unique business because people can also partner up with you.
Yes. You can join my team. We do parties, we do events. So if you're having a party that you want to throw and you want to have a little party favors or even just a table of jewelry for your guests to look at and buy, we do that. We do gifts. We do any type of arrangement where whether it's just a gift or me actually showing up to your event and providing the service. But we also do have a team that you can create through this business. You can partner with me and be a part of my team. You can create your own team. It's pretty open business opportunity. There are couples who do it together. They come into business together. It's just an opportunity to make extra money, have a product that you don't have to really work too hard to get. Like you don't have, I'm not hand making it, but it's an opportunity that can definitely be shared with anyone who's interested. And even if you just want to know what having a product and selling is like, I feel like the jewelry is a very great gateway because it teaches you about inventory, it teaches you about product costs. So yes, it's great for entrepreneurs, but I think it's very fun to learn the business through something as simple as jewelry.
Right. So can other people sell some of the products on your website as well?
Yes. So we, as a person who has a website, as an independent consultant is what you call it, you get your own website and you have the pieces that you specifically buy for your inventory, but then Paparazzi, where we get the jewelry from, they actually just have a whole product line. So my customers can either get the personal pieces that I picked out and buy that I already have in my inventory, or they can just always go to my Paparazzi personalized website where they update daily, almost, I think 6 out of 7 days of the week. They do new releases every 2 p.m. So you just check that out, and it's always something new. They have men's jewelry, women's jewelry, necklaces, bracelets, rings, just all the products, and they come out every week.
Right. So I guess for this new year, I'm guessing you're gonna crank it up and do more like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I plan on doing the same thing. So I guess you're gonna be doing. I see you vending more.
Yes.
Doing more pop-ups.
Absolutely. I definitely love the vending. It's a lot of scheduling that comes with that because here they have so many different events and so many different areas you can vend in. So just making sure I get on those lists, making sure I can show up, have my little table. Luckily, one of my business partners, she made me a display, and it'll be very easy for me to show up to these events now because sometimes the weather is kind of harsh and having a table, it can be a little dangerous to be out there, but we finding better ways to vend and show up to these events. So that's really my main focus, getting my website out there. So even if I'm not vending, I want people to know my website is always available. My Instagram, Facebook is always available for questions, suggestions. I love helping people figure out what piece they want to go with. Like, I don't know what I really want or what I'm going to wear. What do you think I should wear? I love doing suggestions. That's fun to me.
Yeah. I ran across some people who provide for people who want to vend and like for outside vending. They got it set up to where they can provide the whole little setup where you got a tent over your head and the tent got the logo on it.
Ooh.
They do the banners for you, the table, and everything got your logo on it. The tablecloth, the table got stuff in front of it with your logo on it. It's like a whole little setup.
Okay.
And it's all just with your business name on it, you know?
Exactly that.
I saw that and I said that would be dope
yes.
for vending. You know what I'm saying?
That's what every vendor is ultimately wanting, the perfect setup, the perfect venue to showcase their products and their brand and logo, because the products is one thing, but the brand is really what you want people to fall in love with, because people will buy things just because they like you or just because they like your vibe. And for me, the brand is everything. like me, Desired and Charmed, the
Right.
person behind it all. The jewelry is just my way of showing positivity, giving light, because style is everything, fashion is everything,
Right.
and doing what I do, I don't have to stick to any look or anything like that. So
Right. Right. So you being a young entrepreneur, how is it out here for you to juggle being a business owner and dating out here as a young entrepreneur? How do you balance both worlds?
well, there's never really a balance. Because sometimes as an entrepreneur, you, or me specifically as an entrepreneur, I put my business first
Put the
a
business
lot.
first, huh?
So
God, business, and family, huh?
yeah, that's God, business, and family, literally in that order. So dating is fun. It's fun to do, but I've never really been that big into. I really like to focus on myself. I really like focusing on my creativity, and so dating, it just kind of comes and goes.
You know, so it don't get in the way.
It
at all?
doesn't.
Okay.
I would never let.
Right. You won't even let it.
No, it doesn't get in the way. I believe it may get in the way on the other side, because seeing a woman as young as me having my own business, kind of doing my own thing, I believe it is intimidating sometimes. But that doesn't really bother me, because I've intimidated people my whole life just being myself. So
I relate. We all can relate, huh?
Yes. So men and dating, it's fun when I get to do it, but it's not really something I focus on. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Man, hey, these young kids studied for this interview, huh? They are giving me some excellent answers. This might be one of my best shows or interviews. I'm telling you, I'm being honest too. Like, for real, y'all speak so eloquently.
Thank you.
Y'all speak so well. For real. So look, man, before we got here, I got a couple more questions. So like, for other young people, young adults that want to start their own business, they got these ideas, but they still might be dealing with, they might be scared or having doubts and whatnot. What advice could you give? Because my daughter, she watched the episode, she got ideas, she want to start doing her thing. She got a lot of ideas, and she needs some advice.
Okay.
You know.
Don't fear looking crazy. Your product, your brand is not going to be perfect as soon as you do it. It takes time to perfect your craft. It takes time to build the confidence to do this. And the easiest way to start or do it is to be authentic to yourself. Sometimes we kind of get into the business or get into anything that we do to please other people or to make ourselves look a certain way to other people, when it's never about that. If you're going to choose to do this or do something every day and get up to do it every day, it has to be something that you want to do and something that makes you feel the most authentic or the best. So I think nowadays it's hard to present yourself because we're all afraid of looking dumb. We're afraid of going viral for the wrong things or just not being supported. Gaining support is so hard to do when you're a young person because you haven't proved anything to anyone yet. And so they kind of side-eye you like, will she, won't she? But that's kind of a part of the fun. Like, you get to continue to do what you want to do what's best for you, and then once it takes off, no one can say anything. And that's very hard to do because in the meantime, you just hear everything or you experience little failures or things like that. But ultimately, you just want to stay true to what it is that you want to do because you never know what the reward will look like. Like, I don't know what the reward of this will look like, but I know it's there and I know it's meant for me. So I think having that confidence, just knowing what's meant for you first and foremost, that's what people have. You have to have that confidence on the inside.
Yeah. So, man, that was an excellent answer.
Thank you.
So before we go, look into the camera and give everyone your information or where they can find you at on Facebook, Instagram, and also your website.
Okay, so if you want to find Desired and Charmed for my jewelry, necklaces, rings, earrings, the whole nine, follow me at Desired and Charmed 1, DESIRED and ANDCHARMED 1. Desired and Charmed 1 on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest. You'll see my products everywhere. You can check out the hashtags if you want to just see all of my posts and the people who tag me and stuff. But I do videos all the time, so you can check me out, support me, and follow me. And just stay tuned for all of the new jewelry that's coming out, the new collection. I have a new collection that I have to roll out. So make sure to follow me, support, shop with me, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. And she will be vending at every Artist Access showcase.
Yes, come see us.
So y'all support the team, support Artist Access. You know what I'm talking about? So look, man, this is the Artist Access. And your access is now being granted. Welcome back to the Artist Access. I am your host, Siraj Rich God, and I am here with a phenomenal poet who goes by the name of none other than Rarity. How are you doing?
I am doing good. It's been a pretty good day. So
Yeah, I see you. She's so busy. She had to do another interview before she came here. Look, she popping her collar right now. You know what I'm talking about? Doing her thing out in these Porsche streets. You feel me? Yeah. Now, me and my queen had the pleasure of seeing you perform at a bar fest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we had the pleasure of being judges that night, right?
Yep.
And you won every 3 rounds. You won all your rounds that night, right?
I did.
I'm talking about you came to do business, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, take us back to that night. Like, how did you prepare for that event? Was that your first time doing something like that as far as the battle type of thing with poetry?
No, that was my second bars fest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That year? Last year? I mean,
Yeah.
you did? Okay.
Yeah, I did one in June.
Okay. Who you battled that night?
I won that one too.
Who you battled?
Daytona.
You battled just on it the first time?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Ain't y'all on the same team? Are you poet down not loading too?
No, she P&L.
You're not P&L? Okay. That's what's on. You won that night as well.
Yes.
All 3 rounds?
No.
Okay. Just 2, but you won.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you 2-0 right now out here on Bar Fest.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I've been thinking about doing Bar Fest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how does Bar Fest come about? Like, do the Amir don't come at y'all and put y'all together with somebody, or the poets get together and say, I want to battle, we want to go out here and do a Bar Fest? How does that come about doing a Bar Fest?
I believe it can go both ways.
Okay.
I was asked both times because Amir tries to match up like, tone and
Right.
artwork
Right.
delivery as best as he can.
Mhm.
But if you want to do a bars fest, you can definitely tell them.
You can be like, hey, man, I want to battle this person.
Yeah, and I think it would depend on, and not completely sure, but I think it depends on who you're asking to go against, where they're at in Bars Fest. So, like, if it's your first Bars Fest and you want to go up against somebody...
Like a LG?
Yeah, like LJ, that I think it's up to y'all's discretion, but it might be you going up against someone else that's new.
Right.
Before going up against LJ.
Right.
But I'm not entirely sure these
Right.
days.
Right. Hey, you know, look, anything goes right about now. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, yeah. So for that first Bar Fest, like, how did you feel about stepping up into that arena and battling the poet? Were you kind of nervous a little bit?
First of all, man, I was. Can I cuss?
Yeah, you can cuss. Hey,
I
express
was taking,
yourself.
like, a whole like, I was nervous. I'm like, oh, shit. I took this too far. Now, the one thing do poetry slam. Now I'm up in the bar. So what's going on? This was not the plan for this year.
Mm-hmm.
But it provides you a discipline.
Mm-hmm.
You really gotta trust yourself because you know that you have a job to do, and how you execute that job is up to how you prepare for it. And I think with that Bars Fest, you know, it's easy to say that you could treat it like a poetry slam, but it's really not. It's a little bit more critical.
Yeah.
Like, because it literally can only go one or two ways, versus in a slam, you're on a point scale.
Right.
So you could have got all 10s that night, but if somebody else got, like, all 10s, then it's, you know, you could get a tie break or whatever. But, like, at Bars Fest, somebody has to win. Like, I don't know. By the time I got to the second Bars Fest, I was amped.
I'm trying to tell you, hey,
Because
you came in that thing, you can see it on your face.
She was talking smoke. And I love me a good shit talker.
Yeah.
Like, that's my life. Like, I love a good shit talker. Cause okay, that's cool, that's nice, you know. And I respected it because, like, even with rap battles and stuff like that, I remember Remy Ma used to say, no, everybody's supposed to say they the queen. You're supposed to say you the king. You're supposed to say you the best. You know. But in the moment of you having to prove yourself, you know, I personally like to keep quiet. I don't want to say too much because I'm in a position where it can go either way. I could do my best work and I work in my favor.
Right.
You know, and need when it talked all this stuff.
Right.
You know, but it's like two great people going against each other. Somebody gotta lose. And when you keep that in mind, you kind of humble yourself. So I kept myself humble.
Right.
That was that first round. And I was like, oh, we sliding dishes. You didn't put my name. It was up. After that. All my nerves went out the window. I said, as soon as she done, I can't wait. I don't want to hear the intro song.
Right.
I'm up there. That's why I paused like that when I got to the mic in the first round. Because you know you gotta take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this she just disrespected me. You know?
Right.
So it's like, okay. So, but I knew my piece was heavier. So I just took a deep breath, process, and it did the piece. And then it was up from there.
Right. I noticed that as being a judge that night for your second battle, the other young lady, what's her name? I don't even know her name like that. Bonke. Okay. I never even seen her perform before. That's my first time seeing her perform, but she came in. She was a little more cockier than her performance, right? For me. And so for me, that kind of went with my judgment. Like, she came in a little too confident and cocky than how she spit it. And then I like how you came in. You just came in with the serious face and just came in there just to do your thing, to be about your business though. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? And so you let your performance and your whole act speak for you rather than the whole shenanigans before the performance, right? Yeah. And so that's what I liked about how you did that. And I noticed when I go to other bar fests, some of them, they come with them antics before their performance, a whole little whatever. But if you're gonna do that, to me, your poem gotta come. You gotta come with it if you're gonna have all this other extra shit with your performance. You know what I'm talking about?
It gotta hit. Like, in that moment, I knew she was gonna. She's known for erotic.
She's an erotic poet mostly. Yeah. Okay.
So she's done poetry. This was her tapping back into the poetry world.
Okay.
So she wanted to do a bars fest, and I guess we paired up nice because I am theatrical. I wasn't as theatrical that night because I wanted smoke. But I'm usually like theatrical, but my pieces are usually very deep.
Right.
So that's why the last piece I was like, okay, I need to have a little fun because I'm always so serious. But my real personality is very theatrical, very comedic. Yeah. And I think that's why they paired us together.
Right.
So I think for her, I think she underestimated what the Bars Fest was, and that's where she slipped.
Mm-hmm.
It's like everything you did was right.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
just the way you delivered it,
Right.
the energy
Right.
prior to that
Right.
delivery
Right.
is, I think, where you messed up.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I first remember seeing you on a poetry scene. I think I first seen you at the Poetry Lounge. And I had just started kind of going, too. I had just started going to the Poetry Lounge, and I saw a lot of the new poets, right? I've been here since 2017, and I kind of fell, not really fell back, but I wasn't, like I was in the beginning. So when I came back, started coming back out, it was a whole new line of poets, right? Like you, Jane, Kyrie, Saint. Your whole little crew, right? Aren't you kind of part of that little class? Would you say?
Class, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because I just moved back home. Here
Right,
in Houston
right.
Last year.
That's what I'm about to get to. So I remember seeing you there at the Poetry Lounges, but then it's like you disappeared, right? Or when I saw you, you coming back, or did you?
I disappeared from Poetry Lounge for a little bit.
Okay.
Because life got overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
And Sunday seemed to be my only day where I don't have to be around the world.
Right.
And Poetry Lounge fell on a Sunday. But I'm making my way back there slowly. I'm trying to venture out more and keep up with it as much as possible. Like I'm gonna go tonight, for instance.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
See what they got going on. But
Yeah.
Cards and they saying cold spitters. I mean,
Right.
they just,
Right.
my God, especially St. Alex. You want to talk about theatrics?
Yeah. Yeah.
Her theatrics and her wordplay is phenomenal. It was nice to come in and meet poets like them. 'Cause I was out in Dallas, and you'll meet some, incredible writers.
Right.
But when you talk about performance,
Right.
Houston got the performance.
Hey.
And it's dynamic, and I'm glad to be a part of that world because it's so uplifting,
Right.
and encouraging.
Right. How would you compare the poetry scene out there to here?
Houston better. Dallas gonna
Got more going on out here, right?
Dallas gonna argue, but Houston. I mean, Dallas poets been flocking to Houston.
Right.
But it's an incredible scene. I built a whole little family out there.
Okay.
People I still rock with to this day.
Right.
Talk to them often. But Houston, Dallas, for me, in a lot of areas, it was very judgy. It didn't always feel like a safe space.
Okay.
Versus Houston, it's always a safe
Love,
space.
welcome
It's
you.
always
Yeah,
love.
yeah,
It
yeah.
always make you like Writer's Block, AJ McQueen's Writer's Block.
I haven't been there yet. I haven't been not one writer's block.
You will love Writer's Block. Writer's Block make you feel like these the family you never met, but you can't tell. Like everybody's so welcoming, loving. They support everybody that touches the mic. Like I'm talking about from the snaps to claps to the comments to the chopping it up with you after.
Right.
Like that's a really good safe space as well outside of like write about poetry.
Right.
Like that.
So when is writer's blocks do the open mic thing?
Bi-weekly on Fridays.
Every Friday? Every other Friday.
Every other Friday.
Friday.
So like they just did one. The next one should be on the 24th.
Okay. I'm in there for the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. For this year, every spot I haven't hit, I'm hitting them this year.
You should.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot. It's a black owned like winery, bistro. It sits like on the corner. It's called Neighbors.
Okay.
It's off of Harrisburg.
Is AJ the host? He hosts the event?
No. So another member of his team, KC, is the one that hosts.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's there.
He's there every Friday, every other Friday?
Yeah,
he
he's
there.
there.
Okay. I know AJ be out of town. AJ doing his thing.
He tries to be there for that.
Right.
Of all things before it gets to a
Right.
point where
Yeah. Hey, man. I got to get AJ. AJ, we need you on the Artist Access. I've been following the brother for a minute. Like, this brother is like, I gotta give him his flowers. The brother like he's doing his thing. You feel me? Yeah. I'm talking about he be doing a show with Wu-Tang Clan. Brother be all over the world doing this thing, right? Yeah. So Rarity, I want the name. The name. How did you come up with that name, Rarity? That's a unique name.
Well, I was in college, my name was Jane Doe. And then I took a break from poetry, mental health reasons. When I returned, I felt like I had found myself in a better place, or found myself, period. And I wanted to go by Rare, but then I was on YouTube, and I was like, oh, it's already a poet named Rare.
Okay.
What am I gonna do? So, one of my brothers, one of my poetry brothers, he told me to look up like synonyms for Rare. Maybe you find something else that you like, and that's how I came across Rarity, which is literally the embodiment of all things unique and rare to the world. Yeah. And I thought that was beautiful, and I was like, man, if I ever have a baby girl. But that's how I got the name, and I've been sticking to it ever since. And now I'm at the point where I have to get used to people calling me Rarity everywhere because my name is Chelsea. And that's what I've been.
Chelsea.
So when people say Rarity, like even in my work settings, it's just like, okay, I'm finding tune because when I go into new settings, it's like, okay, should I introduce myself on my artist name, even though it's not an artist situation, or should I introduce myself by my government name? Like, that's the gray area I'm in right now as a poet. So I think I just rather introduce myself as my artist name
everywhere you go.
Everywhere.
Okay.
Just to keep it say, like, if anybody ever want to know my real name, it's on my Instagram. Like, you can, that's where everybody finds me anyway. You'll know my name. I'm not trying to hide it. But it's like I prefer to go by my artist name because that's the zone I'm in.
Yeah, Miss Rarity. So, Artist Access. This year we're gonna start doing our Artist Access showcase, right? And so we would love to have you as an artist on this showcase, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
Do that.
That's what I'm talking about, right? So you're gonna perform 2 pieces for us today. Okay. You know what you're doing, or you gonna just kind of get up there and think about it once you get up there? What you gonna give us today?
I just did 4 pieces. So I'm
what?
2 out of 4. Yeah, they had me do 4. I had to do a piece, then interview, then piece, then interview.
So where you come from? What you doing before you got there? Talk about that right quick.
So a guy named Messiah. He does video and entertainment for CC Network, which is what Rochelle Gemini uses for Post Mic. Yeah, it's him. So one night, me and some other artists were performing, and he reached out and offered us like a free interview. If you plug yourself in, do your stuff. Because I was originally supposed to do it in December, but I got sick real bad. Like my voice was out of there, gone. So that's why I had to reschedule it to January. It's a real nice vibe. Yeah. Like, it was nice. I was in the house like 4 pieces. All right. Lord. But I got through them.
That's like a featured shit right there.
Yeah. I got through them. Very, very in-depth questions, which I appreciated because a lot of people really don't know what kind of poet I am per se, or like what's my angle. So he kind of like tapped into that, and that was pretty cool.
Okay.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah. Well, we wish you much success this year. You know what I'm saying? Doing bigger and better things, getting you out there more, you know. We even gonna start doing shows in New Orleans. You know, I'm from New Orleans, so my plan is to start doing shows out there like once a month. So if you about being a traveling poet, we're gonna take some poets out there and do that thing. You feel me?
Last time I was there.
Yeah. So man, look, before we get up out of here, let the people know where they can find you at. Give them your Instagram or all your social media, where they can get at you at.
Okay. All my social media handles is _Rarity. You can find any upcoming events, anything I have trending. Part 2 of my Right About Now feature just launched. And it's already over 100K views overnight. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, you can find anything about me on there. Not just poetry. Like, I'm trying to work on, I used to just get on my media and just talk to people throughout the day.
Motivational Mondays, right?
Yeah.
Talk about it right quick. Let them know about that. Every Monday you get a little more motivational segment.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monday motivational. I'm actually about to turn those into a book.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to start doing like yearly editions of Monday motivationals. I started it because life got hard, and I learned that the best motivation you can get is from yourself. And if you put that on display for other people to see, you know, you never know what they may have needed that day. Because Monday is the first day of the week, and it's the hardest.
Get your mind right there. You know what I'm
So
talking
I
about?
try to offer my few words of encouragement, you know, in the morning, so people can start off their day with, "Hey, okay, that's what we on. Let's get through the day. Let's get through the week." Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. And you, what I've learned, like doing, like you do that for other people, including yourself, but you helping people, right?
Yeah.
And I learned that once you attach that to your journey of helping others, man, all kind of doors start opening up for you. You feel me? Oh yeah, yeah. So look here, man. We gonna get up out of here. Rarity is gonna perform for us today. So look, y'all stay tuned. This is the Artist Access, and your access has now been granted. Yeah.
Before I go to bed, I like to create scenarios in my head. Help me fall asleep faster. I usually choose fiction because I have a hard time trusting things that are too good to be true. But it's easy for me to know bad when I see it. But one day, I decided to put my desires on display, created a blank canvas of my own mindset, woven in the cloth of my gifts, sewed in my good deeds so whoever reaps can smile genuinely. Crazy, this should be about me, but I'm thinking about the betterment of my people. But that's who I am. I closed my eyes one day and saw a stage, a platform built from the silent cries of the voiceless, mic stand filled with lonely souls and therapeutic sacrifices. As each hole in this mic inhales my words, I extract motivation. I turn my transparency into a PowerPoint presentation. I TED Talk for the talks your inner child didn't get with they teddy, but I'll bear the burden for you. I'll be the strength. I'll be the voice that's needed. I do not believe that I can heal the whole world, but I do believe that I play a vital role in a piece of it. And who knows, that piece may be the final piece of the puzzle, the piece that brought peace. My story will push the green light on the hidden memoirs in the shadows. And when we kill that darkness, the sun will be jealous because even our moon will shine at any time of the day, and we will howl proud because the boy cried tears of joy. The wolves just need to see themselves in a mirror that didn't identify them as a villain. They were just raised by them, but there was no need to repeat history. When you see them coming, they coming to protect. The village can be safe now because that's what it takes to raise up the right way. See, the hill version of me looks like rare sightings, like the light at the end of the tunnel that exemplified the roads in the desert. My face alone will let you know that everything will be okay. I breathe through prayers, I relax through blessings, and all I had to do was show up for myself. Because if I do that, everything I touch will be good. My presence will be a safe place. My energy will relax your aura. My demeanor will flex its feminine dominance. Every time I heal in this never-ending journey, my crown activates other crowns to be free. America was never the land of the free. We are. And out of the dirt came Rarity. And that's all I need to be is me. Poem.